watch what grows. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on tuning in, hear all I say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hey guys, it's Shoshie and we are live. It's Saturday. I'm doing kind of an off schedule stream today so I can hopefully get this mission of Abbadon the Despoiler done. I don't know how many people are going to be able to make it. I didn't promote myself too much because my stream buddy Genuine Vision is also streaming and I'm kind of streaming over him, so I didn't want to like take viewers away from him. So whoever shows up, that's awesome. I'm happy to have you. And so yeah, so I'm just going to be painting Abbadon. I've been working on his sword a little bit just before the stream. Hold on a second and I will show you. So this is his sword, and it's kind of crazy how difficult it is. Because I did a good job. I tried to copy basically off the box art as best as I could. I can see there's a few differences. And then I get to copy the back. So I think that's better left for off stream, but we can at least finish more of the, you know, the rest of it and everything. All right, so let's see. Here is Abbadon. We pretty much got all of the rest of his stuff done. Where's his cloak? There's this cloak. That looks good. I might want to add a few highlights to that. Although it looks kind of good. I don't know. Might not need it at all. That goes over his shoulder. I did not apply it yet. Oh, there. It goes like this. Da-da, just like that. Okay. That actually works out pretty well then. Good. So we got his cloak done yesterday and all of his little bits and stuff. So we're ready to work on him and his base. And I think I got that part done as well. So everything is good to go. Let's go ahead and start working on his base. That way we can also help maybe build the chat a little bit. I don't know who all is here, but welcome. All right. So it says here, so I'm using the guide here, and basically it looks like Ceramite White, Fire Dragon Bright, Evil Sun Scarlet, and Corn Red. So I've already got my white primer on it, and I'm just gonna need some orange. We got orange. I'm using all the monument paints, by the way, so you can get a look at how those work. Here's my red, which I'm gonna use for Evil Sun Scarlet. I'm gonna mix a little bit of those two together. Evil Sun Scarlet is sort of a mix between those two, and this is probably the closest thing to my Corn Red. So I'm going to put these three on my palette. All right. There we go. All right. So I am going to be adding a Saturday stream for my West Coasties and my Australians. Australians are not awake yet. It's Sunday. Is it Sunday? Yeah, it's Sunday for them. And it's also like super early in the morning. So they will not be up for another hour or so. But I am planning on streaming until 5, possibly. We'll see. But we're gonna host into Rainer, most likely. There we go. All right, we're ready. Ready to paint my fire. Okay. So let me look at the fire here. It's not really very well photographed in this book. Maybe I can go to the GW is awesome, and they have a, like, what do you call it, 360 I can look at. So if I type in Abbadon the Despoiler in my browser, Abbadon, Spoiler, there we go. And then I look up the GW Workshop store, and I'll be able to look at that. Awesome. There we go. Oh my gosh, he looks so good on the website and puts mine to shame. And I'm just now looking at my sword. It looks completely different online. All right, let's see here. Where's the 360, people? Right? Maybe there isn't one. That's it. Okay, I found it. Okay, that helps a lot. So, looks like we're gonna put it actually has a yellow on it, but I don't, yeah, let me actually take that back. Let's go ahead and use some blazing ink. Because this actually, when you put it thin, it comes out as yellow. I'm gonna start that. All right. There we go, some blazing ink now. And put that back, and now I need to find my brush. Right, good, I have brushes ready to go. Winsor Newtons. These are kind of probably overkill for what I'm doing. This is a 3. Do I have a smaller brush? Here's a 2. All right, this is gonna be better. Hello, Fang and Claw and Hobbies. You're the first person to join us, and Mark Goodwin, you're the second. Welcome. We're working on my Abbadon the Despoiler. Got out a little bit of this blazing ink from P3. When you thin this out, it actually kind of brushes on as a yellow. So that's what I'm going to start with. See how and the more you put on, the more orange it will get. So it actually makes a really awesome ink. Start out my fire, right? Hey, good evening, Holtz Transistor. Guten Abend. How are you? Good to see you guys. It is Saturday. It's Saturday. And I don't usually stream on Saturdays, but I'm thinking about changing that. I'm hoping to maybe be able to have a Saturday stream. We'll see. I've got to work things out with my Triptych brothers because right now I'm actually going to be streaming over both of them. All right, that's really bright. Can you guys see that? There we go. The white is shining vividly on the white here. There we go. See how the thicker the layer gets, the more orange it gets? Pretty awesome. So I think, let me look at my 360 again. Artie Wolf, I told you, I said I was going to do a sneaky stream. Oh, maybe you missed it yesterday. Yeah, I'm going to try to finish my Abbadon as quickly as I can. I was kind of doing some makeup streams because I'll be gone for Australia. So now, so it's basically twofold. I'm being able to finish this in time for my trip and also get in a couple extra streams because I'll be gone during my trip. All right. Here we go. Lots of yellows. So pretty. This is a really good ink. Put a little bit more on. Kind of feather it out to the edges because we're gonna make this, the darker part is gonna be the like ends of the flame. Now that we can make that all the way yellow. And you can see that I already zenithal highlighted quite a bit. If I thin this out some more, I can even do a little bit of, well, we'll see. We're gonna paint it first probably and then zenithal it maybe. We'll see. See if I can add a little ink to that. Yeah, it works sort of. I think I need to paint it and then do the zenithal highlighting on it. Okay, more ink. How are you guys doing this afternoon? You missed it yesterday, you're busy doing things, but you didn't really watch and listen due to what you were doing. That's no problem. Happy Saturday. I hope that I'm not taking you guys away from Genuine Vision. I know he's streaming right now. So feel free to keep both windows open so he doesn't lose any viewers. I need to pull this way over here. I'm gonna put a spiral down so that way I can keep track. What am I doing when I get to Australia? I'm going to just be visiting and meeting up with mates and getting to see the country because I've never been to Australia, so I'm very excited. All right, this is my 2. This is my slightly bigger brush here. Shoshie, it's a little pointless that you look on a painting guide because it's for beginners to just paint it the easiest way. Wait a minute, is it pointless for me? I'm looking at it because my client, it's a commission, kind of likes to have me do the box art. And don't worry, the swords is about the only thing that I really look on the guide for because I stink at swords and I really need to have a visual reference. Otherwise, I'm going to spend too long on it, and time is money. This is a commission, right? So that's why I do it like that. Hello, RG Bauer. How are you? It has been a while. So because like this is a good time for me to stream for you, isn't it? Is it late there? Is it in the evening? I don't know. All right, I'm going to flip over. Look at, here's my orange. See. Let's do a little bit on top of this. Oh, that's beautiful. Now it's getting a little bit more red because I have more red in my brush. I kind of wiped off all the orange. So, and here's the thing. This Abbadon box art is, I would not call it for beginners. It's just because they give this to you. Oh, Telebadger, thank you for the subscription. Mad love. This is for the beginners, yes, the colors, but this, I've been following this, and there's no way that all of this is exactly the same as these. It's just not. If I follow this and not this, and just use these as kind of a basic guide, I'm still going to end up with this. If I just follow this, just follow the painting shades, you're not going to get the same result. So hopefully anybody watching this will learn that and understand that because they follow a guide doesn't mean they're going to get that box art look. It's just a guide. There we go. Right. Very pretty already. Hello, Badger. Let me write your name down. Thank you so much for the subscription. It means so much. By the way, guys, go look at the emotes. We have 2 new emotes in the chat. I don't know if they've shown up yet. Dang it. Well, wait a minute. You guys see? There they are. Here's the new emotes. There is a gecko. Oh, come on. Why isn't that showing up? Maybe my bot doesn't have them yet? Somebody else tried doing those gecko emotes. I see them, but they don't. That's so weird. Maybe it's too long. It's a guide from like Conquest magazine, yeah. Hey, Lost Torpedoes, how's it going? There you go, Mark Goodwin. Thank you for posting that. I don't know why it wasn't posting for me. That's so cute. Yay, thank you, Mark Goodwin. So that's Gecko Yay, and the other one's Gecko Heart. And those are the new gecko emotes that we got, that you guys help pay for with your subscriptions, which, by the way, thank you so much, Telebadger. Let me write this down. Telebadger. There we go. Awesome. Thank you so much. You're tired after work? Yeah. Well, relax and just chill and watch the show. Have a good time. Got a little bit of red here. Go. A nice, really hot red. Now, I guess when it comes to flames and temperature, the white part is at the center and the darkest part is on the ends, right? So, and then now, some really dark red. You guys see that? Hopefully it's blending pretty well. That white is throwing everything off. Once I get that painted, it won't look bad. Once I get it painted anyway. Shower time. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not going to a convention in Australia. It would be nice, but there really is only one major convention in Australia, right? There's, CanCon. That's what I'm thinking of. I guess they have PAX, but I don't know how much PAX does. Miniatures. PAX South, is that what it's called? PAX West? Okay. Yeah. Okay, that looks decent. Now we need a little bit of brown and a little bit of black, I think. This is my dark umber. I'm using all the monument paints today to try to just get used to them. I feel like all paints have a little bit of a learning curve, and this is such a small line that they require a lot of mixing, right? Because you're gonna have to mix colors to get everything. Okay, yeah, that looks good, that brown. That turns that red into a kind of a smoky color right now. So I went to go see Shazam yesterday, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was not like your normal superhero movie. It was funny, and I think that's what I liked about it. It wasn't taking itself so seriously. Kind of had like little Easter eggs all over in it too, which I won't spoil, which I thought were really fun. Putting some more red over that brown so I can blend that into it a little bit better. Ooh, that's red. Ooh. Let's smooth that better. There we go. Hey, that turned out awesome. Now, a tiny bit of black. Where's my black? Of course, I didn't put the black back. That's what happens. In here. That's bronze. There's black. It was right in the middle where it wasn't supposed to be. Coal black. Oops. There's a little bit of extra paint at the top. There we go. Get a lot of black. So it's got these twist caps, and I'm just gonna wipe that off. Put that in front where I can find it. All right, a little bit of black, a little bit of brown. Make my smoky color. Woo! There, that looks good. So are you guys painting right now? Hope you are. There we go, that looks good. I'm just doing a little overbrushing with the black to help establish that kind of smoke look. I feel like half the time I'm wiping paint off. Let me take my glasses off for 1 second so I can look closer. A little bit more water. So, all right, now that's better. And flip it, flip it. Okay, that looks good. That looks nice. Now we're going to do the metal on the rest of it. Okay, black. It looks like it's got a black pole. Here we go. I'm just going to paint the whole thing black because then I can overbrush on the there's some like little nails or something, who knows why. They don't seem to serve a purpose except to look kind of creepy. So we were talking on Friday about some changes that are coming to the stream. One of them is going to be longer stream times. So I will probably be trying to stream for 3 hours instead of the regular 2, which is going to be nice for people who, there's a cat hair right there. Oof. It'll be nice for people who work like in the different time zones. Oops, I lost my paper towel. There we go. Alrighty, and okay, so that looks good. So the next part is going to be gold. What I'm planning on doing here is I'll add in my reflections and all of that once I've got the gold painted. Yeah, I think that will work well. So my gold is basically here. I've got gold, rich gold. I've got some copper. I've got this light gold, and then I've got a silver. So this is sort of my triad. Where's my silver? Here it is. This is, well, not triad, quadrad. So I'll be using these, and I can mix these two to make my base gold, because I don't want it totally coppery. And then a little bit of Agrax Earthshade, I think. Yep. Oh, yeah, Agrax Earthshade. That's what it says. All right. Copper plus gold. Hey, Lake Crasher, how are you? What's been going on? We're able to stream this Saturday, so something I'll probably have a different time when I actually start permanently streaming on Saturday. I don't know for sure yet. I got to work things out with the big boys, but it's something I want to do. Light bronze. It's sort of like a platinum color. Uh-oh. Coming out of it. It's coming out a little bit. It needs to be shaken a lot more. Metallics always need to be shaken more because all of that pigment particles goes to the bottom. There we go. That's better. So that's what color that is right there. All right, and now a little bit of silver. And then lastly, we'll put the Agrax Earthshade. There we go, silver. All right, everything is on my palette. Where's the Agrax? There, Fincipia. That's not what I want. I've got Agrax Earthshade Gloss. That's not what I want. Coelia. Nolan Oil. I found the Nolan Oil, guys. Was looking everywhere for this. I'm going to set that right there on my desk. Of course I can't. There's Seraphim Sepia. Seraphim Sepia. Sepia. Okay. Maybe I'll... Oh, here's the Agrax Earthshade. There we go. Noise Crypt, thank you for the follow. Hey, Los Torpedoes, you're back. Welcome. I'm going to put this in my palette. I'm noticing, okay, so there's the follow. So now my OBS is working again, so I'm very happy about that. Yesterday, none of my alerts were working. It was a shame. Yeah, Noise Crypt, welcome. We're painting the Abbadon model. We really have everything done with these two pieces, and they're the most fun. There's the cloak, and then I've got all of his other little bits that are going to go on. Right? It'll look awesome. So I'm going to set him aside for his, because we're working on this base at this moment. Oh no, I got black on the skull. That's all right. Okay, so a little bit of copper, a little bit of gold. Let's see if I can mix that together to make a new goldish copper color. There we go. Ooh, that's really pretty. Like a rich gold. Like, oh! Balthazar gold in a way. Add a little bit more gold to that. I like that a lot. It's really hard to see. There we go. Now you can see it. Okay. We're going to paint this the same color as well. Ooh. Oh my god, I love it. That's gorgeous. Base coat, base coat, base coat. So who knows what that is, that piece of armor went to. Something Abbadon killed. He's stepping right on this marine, which is kind of funny. Now this whole metallic piece of armor is technically being lit up by this flame. So we have to think about the armor in those terms. So right now, I'm just basing it with the dark gold. a bit from AOS. Ah, okay. Yeah, exactly. Age of Sigmar, maybe. Yeah, that makes sense. Everything in Age of Sigmar is really bright and shiny. We're just checking, making sure I got all of the little areas covered as much as possible. Now, a little bit, I'm going to mix the same color together to get my next color here. We're going to paint this porch. Hang on one second, I'm going to take glasses off so I can paint this. Try to paint as neat as possible. So I've got basically a good handle on these Monument metallics. They're pretty nice, pretty good coverage, I'd say. And I'm going to cover all the metal bits in here that are kind of hidden in the flames. I kind of feel like I should have started with the darker metal, but we're going to use the Agrax because it's a cheat, right? If that doesn't work, I can always go back and re-base coat with the darker metal to get that contrast I want. That looks good. Just like Thunderbird back here. The nice thing about having a big brush, oh my gosh, that's a Winsor Newton too, and look what it's doing. Kind of split on me a little bit. I'm going to twirl that. If you twirl your brush on your palette, it can help you avoid that a little bit. Okay, I'm looking around. I see a spot that needs more flame. I'm going to use the blazing ink, because that will just get right in there, cover that whole thing, and turn it yellow for me easily. Now, I can even use some of this blazing ink on my metal here to tint it. Not quite what I want. Let me add a little white to it. See what happens. Oh yeah, that's better. To add a little bit of kind of OSL to it, right? A little bit more white. I'm just kind of experimenting right now, seeing how that looks, because it might not be perfect. Not bad though. I don't think it's bad. That's decent. I can get a little bit of the highlights of my flame on the rest of things. Kind of playing around. All right, Agrax Earthshade, that has to dry. I think we can put the Agrax on the back of this. I'm just gonna start it at the bottom because that's where the most shadow is gonna be. All right, that does look good. And some more on the other side. mixed a little bit with that white, so that doesn't look good. But I need to let things dry a little bit more. Hello, let me put my glasses on so I can read chat. Ow. Abbadon was jealous about those flames from Papa Smurf base. I think when they designed the Papa Smurf or whatever, Robudo Gilliman, is that his name? Robudo. He, yeah, I think whoever designed them at the same time, right? So here I'm adding a little bit of that OSL reflection on the top of that. Bake, there we go. Actually looks cool. Let that all dry in the back. Put some Agrax on the porch. There we go, that looks good. Putting it on kind of heavy because I feel like it'll dry much lighter. Now I did it. That's not what I wanted. Let me take off this, because that's going to have light, not dark. Too much Agrax. All right, we can go back and highlight that with white. Lady Bee Miniatures, hey girl. How are you? I'm doing good. All right. Mostly good. Let's do a little bit of black and brown back over here. Okay. Now, okay, so I'm going to need your guys' help, chat. Hold on one second. Ugh. This Space Marine, my client had a specific request, and I need your help with that. Hold on one second here. Okay, and what was my client's name? There we go. Okay, he said ash ground for base. Does anybody know what that means? Ash ground for base? Is that the name of a chapter? I need to look this up. You're great. See, you survived the Adepticon. I didn't get the cred, but I did lose my voice a little bit. All right, let me find out what ash ground means. Or maybe ash is the... Maybe instead of like... I don't know what to think. Ash... Ground... Warhammer? See what happens. Oh. Okay, so maybe he wants like ash. Knight of Ashes? No. I think he wants the ground to be ashes, which is totally doable because that looks like ashes. Yeah, that's what he wants. How to deal burnt. Well, that'll be fun. Okay. So, be interesting. I know he told me to make this marine some color, but I don't remember. But I think he meant this, the rest is supposed to be ash. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's figure out how we're gonna, let's look at actual ashes. Ash. Green, ash waste. Ooh. That's kind of helpful. If I take out Warhammer and just do ash ground, that might be more helpful. Okay, like that. Ooh, yeah, that's really good. Okay, so we need to start with, it's going to be lots of dry brushing, I think, and a little bit of powder. And a little bit of, yeah. Okay. So, I think we need to start with black. Start with gray, actually. Start with gray, and then we'll do a little bit of Nolan oil. Start with the dark gray. Dark gray, that way we can go up from there. Sounds right, like burnt ashes. That's what it looks like. Ash, not sand or ground. Okay. I think he means ash on the ground. I think you're right. Aw, thank you, Steve. Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you for those bits. All right, so we're going to start with, I need a darker gray than that. I just mixed black and white together. There we go. And I've got some weathering powders around here that will add more stuff to the sides. Okay. Yeah, I think that's definitely what he wants because it looks like ash. And I have to say that the bases that I've seen, like on the box art here, it looks like he's got like grain. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look good. It'll look more, yeah, ashes range from gray to white. Yep. Yeah, I'm looking at a what do you call it? A visual reference. So I have something to help me. That's good. I'm just gonna mush black and white and gray in here. I'm starting with the gray. That looks like a little rock. I think that too. Okay. All right, I just painted right over a bunch of stuff. That's okay. And then almost black to pale gray. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Ooh. Looking dark and foreboding. You were looking at some snow-covered leaves the other night for a Mordor troll. Snow-covered leaves, that's cool. Where did you find those? I think I have snow-covered grass. Maybe not the same thing. This is drying really nice and matte, which I do like. Okay, what happens if I add a little bit of white and a bit of okay, warm colors over here for the ash, because the light is casting on it. I just warmed my gray up from a cold gray to a warm gray by adding a little bit of orange. Actually looks pretty good like that too. I think that whole skull. The whole skull. Atmosphere. Okay. Google Images is your friend. I know. I just look up snow-covered trees. Okay, that works. You were looking at snow-covered leaves. Perfect leaves are from birch tree bits. Nice. Yeah, those birch seed pods they're getting harder to find. This warm gray on top. Okay, so let's let that dry a little bit. Looking good. And paint some of the little skulls and stuff. And some of the little bullet pods. Let's do some of the little bullets. Take that cat hair off. You guys can see that okay? Look good. It does look really nice popping out on top of that ash. Now I'm probably going to do a little bit of dry brush over the top, and that'll be okay because, or maybe I'll put some pigment instead. Come on, get off there. There's some hair on there. Good. Lots of bullet shells. Nice. There's a whole bunch right here. Looking cool. Okay. Found another little rock. Oh, just dunked my red paint into my gray. That's gonna give me a different color gray. Let's paint that little rock this reddish gray. Actually, that works out really, really well. We're gonna paint all the little rocks that reddish gray. Happy accidents, guys, happy accidents. When you make a mistake, make it look like you did it on purpose. So all the rocks are gonna kind of have some red, and that will actually tie into his cloak nice, because he's got red hues in his cloak. Like that. Brush is a monster. Huge. There we go. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll check chat and finish up this little rock. Make sure I got all the little... Oh, there's a whole bunch of little rocks here. Ah, you're from Poland. Awesome. Los Torpedoes, we were just talking yesterday about how I'm working on getting my Polish citizenship. My grandparents were Polish, and they lost their citizenship because of the war, and then I'm hopefully I'm eligible to get it back. So that's pretty cool. All right, I think I got all the rocks now. Now I just need to learn some Polish. I only know a little bit. I know dzień dobry, dziękuję, jak się masz, smacznego, czekaj, and ja cię kocham. Kocham cię. That's my Polish. I'm of Polish descent. I'm American, but I have Polish ancestry through my grandparents. What paintbrushes do I recommend? Use Citadel, and due to the abuse of them with the metallics, they just frayed. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I think I really like, it's ironic we were talking about Poland, because I really do like these Spellcrow brushes, and they're from Poland. You can get, this is a 00, this is a 0. You can get 4 brushes from them for €17.50, or maybe it's €14.50, I can't remember, but it's a good price. And I buy them in sets of like 5 sets of 4 for like $80 US. And what's great about them is that because they're not too expensive, you can just, you can just throw them away. You only know I only know one rude word in Polish, but I don't know how to pronounce it, so I don't use it. And it's basically like my grandma, when she was angry with my uncle, she would like wish the cholera on him. So like that was the only bad word that I knew. It's kind of a very old school bad word, isn't it? hit the highlights of this. There we go. Yeah, but I grew up listening to my grandparents speak Polish. That's kind of cool looking. Kind of edge a little bit, just kind of overbrush those little rocks. Not bad. You can add a little bit of yellow to the sides of them too. The firelight. You're a heavy lover of true metallics. I like true metallics as well. And I am very hard on brushes. Nice. You keep the old brushes for things like typhus corrosion. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's Velcro. I don't think I have them. I don't have alert for them, but you can go down into my profile and find the information that I've got about them there. Here's this light umber. This is what I'm going to use for the skulls, for the base color of the skulls. It's going to take the place of rock hard flesh. I'm going to add a little bit of white to it so I can kind of make a similar color. That's kind of like rock hard flesh. You found them with the lovely Google. Good. That's good. All right, glasses are off. That looks nice. Remember, this is just the base coat. So actually, I can go darker with that. I think I should go darker with that because, yeah, that's better. All right, where's this top of this skull? Here we go. Now, here's my idea. My idea is, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try to pick out the details of all of the little parts that are stuck in the earth here. And then I'm going to do my magic with the pigments and with the dry brushing to kind of weather everything together so it looks like it's covered with a little bit of ash. Like I said, I don't know if that's going to work, but I hope it will. Can do some Nuln oil on top of this so that it'll give some contrast as well. All right, that's all the little skulls that are on this base. £3 for a brush. My God, compared to the price of GW, they are very inexpensive. Yes, and that's why I like them. And they're very high quality for the price. Now, they're not like Winsor Newton high quality. They're probably like Vallejo quality. But like you said, compared to Citadel, they're a really, really good deal. All right, I was going to use Nuln oil. Where is it? I just put it right here. There we go. Compared to GW prices, everything is cheap except Forge World, right? It's true. That is true. Ooh, there we go. That looks good. That looks weathered. Okay. I'm just putting Nuln oil down into the recesses of the model so that I've got kind of a shade tone going, and put some heavy shadow by the objects that are under the light because they're gonna cast a hard shadow from the light, right? Maybe, I don't know, hopefully. that all needs to dry. While that's drying, set that down. And we'll work on some Abbadon. Abbadabadoo. Okay, so his armor is black, then a dark gray-green, and then a greenish gray. So it's like a gray-green and then a greenish gray, and then a edge highlight of a very pale gray blue. I'm gonna have to mix all of this. All right. So black first. I've got that on my palette already. So we'll go in here. Paint all the black. Nice and matte. For some reason the primer went on a little bit glossy. So hopefully that will mattify everything nice. Looks good so far. Okay, let me look at his feet. Yeah, he's got a gold around his feet. This brush is humongous, but if I'm careful with it, I can get really fine detail and at the same time do a nice base coat with it. Good. In there. You know what? This is a Winsor Newton. I'm not going to base coat with the Winsor Newton. Let me find an older brush. Here's an older brush. It's all fluffy. This is my Broken Toad. I'm going to attempt to use this instead. You guys are funny. Was looking at Winsor Newton Series 7 PK Pro, the smaller size, but if Winsor Newton, might as well go to an artist supply store to get them. Exactly, and you're gonna get, more likely get the real thing, too. Hey, Yalia. Good evening. Sorry to bother you, but I'm new to the hobby. Bought some Vallejo plastic putty. You recommend to fill the gaps, but I have trouble getting the paste into the gaps. Tried pushing it with a brush. Floppy. Yeah, you know, I find that fillers are really difficult for me to use as well. The paste, it works okay, but maybe get one of these, where is it? Have like a little sculpting tool. You can get these little dudes with a little, just a little rubber, some of them are wedge. This one is a round, it's a taper point. And you can sometimes shape with this. It's just like a silicone tip. So, I mean, other than that, use your finger. I mean, whatever works is what I go by. Yeah. What I would do. Yeah, they're sculpting tools. They're not cheap. They're kind of expensive, but they're really helpful, and then you can use them to sculpt with also. All right, I'm filling in the black because this primer is really shiny, and I need to paint over it. Really nice and matte. Good, 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 good. Okay. Kind of methodically going around the model, trying to paint and not miss spots. Thank you for the follow. JZilla0101. Thank you so much. Welcome. Let me guess. You used Vallejo surface primer. No, I only use Badger, but I got a new bottle, Badger Steinel Res, and the new formula seemed a little different. Plus, I did not thin it with anything, so it got a little bit shiny on me. But no, yeah, I only use Steinel Res. It's the only primer I use, and I love it to bits. Just this particular bottle came out a little shiny. I need to put more black on my palette. Hold on. Black. When you get colors like this that you've got to mix with a lot of other colors, having extra white and black are big. They're a big deal. Right. These are already nice and thin. They're already really ready to go through an airbrush. Bear with me. I'll chat here in a second. Get a little bit more coverage. Okay, take a look. And I won't poke my, yeah, I did it again. Poke myself in the eye. Have I tried the new? Yes, I have. It's awesome. This is it. The spray through brush cleaner, and I've been using it, and it's really good. It's so frequently load into and spray through the airbrush before reloading color and when changing color, before setting the airbrush to rest, are all good times to spray the spray through the airbrush to avoid paint buildup and excessive airbrush cleaning measures, including airbrush disassembly. So you don't, apparently, if you use this, you shouldn't have to disassemble your airbrush as much. Do not leave cleaner in the airbrush or soak in spray through cleaner. So it's got 2-butoxyethanol. So it's a very, probably got to keep the cap on that one because it'll just evaporate. I love it though. Cool. Just picked up some at Salute with the bottle of green Steinel Res. Yes, the green Steinel Res is great. I hope that helps you paint skin tones. I just like it because it lets me have a little bit, one less step to painting skin tones because I'm a commission painter. I gotta save time. Paint Abbadon's booty. He's like, hey now. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I kind of have a little bit of white speckle on the metal here, or on the armor, but that is because I was going to zenithal prime him a little bit, but then I realized he's got black armor. He doesn't really need zenithal priming. So I don't know how that's going to work. Okay. Getting in here with all my colors. What I should have done is just use the main color. Oop, too much paint. There we go. Right. Now, he's got an eyeball on his arm. on this side, so we got to paint all around that eyeball. This is not an ideal brush for base coating. An ideal brush would be more of a like a filbert or like one of those rounded brushes. It's not round, but it's rounded on the end. There we go. All right, he's looking tons better now. Okay. That was the first color. The rest is going to be difficult from here on out. You didn't buy any minis? That's good. Do you have too many already? Shoshie's minis. Of all of the backsides on minis I've seen on Twitch, I have to see the booty of the Queen of Ecstasy flicked for Adepticon, because it was particularly beautiful shape. That was very forward. That's funny. All right, so the next color is Dark Reaper, which is basically, we're gonna go with some jade mixed with black for my Dark Reaper color and see if that gets us the color we want. This is not quite Thunderhawk Blue either. The Thunderhawk Blue is a little bit more, wait, did I get this? No, that's Camo Green. I don't want that either. All right, so we're gonna mix this. Mix and mix and mix. So here's my black, here's my jade. So that's, ooh, we need a little brown in there, a little brown to make that Dark Reaper because it's real desaturated. That's probably it right there. All right, that looks good. We'll go brown, jade, and black to get the Dark Reaper-ish color. All right, now, this is a layer color. Let me look at this again. Okay, so this might be the highlight, I think. I'm so bad at this. So, these colors, this model, I'm gonna try to do this like as if it were a tube here. To the front there. Kind of sketching in some of the colors, and then I can go back and refine, right? Just imagining where the light's gonna hit. So far, so good. Like I said, I'm just sketching at this point. Still reads as black, so that is a good sign. That's a very good sign. So there would be a nice little highlight up here. Okay, so this is like a sphere, right? So we're gonna have a little bit of highlight up here, but mostly up there. Right here. Starting to look more metallic now, isn't it? And again, remember, I'm just sketching at this point. Wow, thank you for this subscription. Gaboff, is that how I say it? 2 months in a row. Thank you. Let me write you down your name. Thank you for your subscription. Yeah, it was funny. Made you sound like a weirdo. You know what? You're in good company. I will not judge you. So, yeah, I'm sketching. The values of these two colors are very close together. So they really kind of blend with the eye. I don't have to do too much to get them to look, you know, good together. This part's going to get covered by the gun, so it's not too big a deal. This part is like a little sphere, so that highlight gets drawn on like that. So basically, when I'm sketching, it's like I'm drawing, right? Tube. Good, there's one more. It's looking nice so far. These paints really blend well. Let's do a little edge right there. I think that's supposed to be black, but I'm not sure. Okay. Now, the next color is the Thunderhawk blue. So we're gonna do, it's this with the little white in it, I think. Yep, that's pretty much it. Yep, with a little white. Seems like it's darker, so we need to add more bold color here. There we go. Maybe a little darker, a little more black. There we go. That's just about it for Thunderhawk blue. See? I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not trying to get the exact complete match. Nobody's gonna know. Alright, so this is another highlight. So we gotta be a little bit more judicious. So I'm gonna feather this out a little bit more. Make that look more. Let me look at this. Yeah, that's what I want. Just kind of draw on my highlights a little bit. That scratch. Like I said, smaller highlights this time and more close to the edge. Yeah, good. Now, here we go on this side. Down the middle a little bit. Yeah, that just looks like a little reflection just like that. Go around the edge of this little plate. Again, I'm sketching, and I can go back and refine if things aren't blended nice. Give me a second here, and I'll check chat for you guys. All right, checking chat. Aw, that's nice of you guys to do the hype. Thank you guys. Yes, love my subscribers. Such great help. You guys know I don't have a Patreon, and this is my full-time job. So, and the fact is that I don't do like a whole bunch of like giveaways and stuff. So I don't actively do a lot to get subs. So the fact that you actually sub to me anyway, it is extra meaningful. And just know that it really helps me out, helps my business out, helps me continue to do this stream. I'm gonna do a little glaze. Oh, that's too light. Oh my gosh. Smooth it, smooth it. Let's get a little black in there. Better. Looks good. I like this. Tell me if you guys think this looks, still looks like black armor, or does it starting to look too green? Maybe when we put the edge highlight in there, it'll really pop. I don't even know. Okay. Kind of just going over on the edges here. Okay, good. This is why you're at the top of your game, a pro mini painter, and I'm just a lonely minion. Your blends aren't, my blends are not on point. Oh my gosh, it's barely blended. Look, just kind of scribbled on there. Like you're just not able to see it because the camera hides it so well. It depends. Okay, so you're not finished. It will look black, not green. Okay. So the next, like I said, I'm following this guide because I don't know. The next guide is, so the next color is a little bit of bluish grayish. See if I can, it needs to be really gray. A little bit of black. Yeah, that looks close. It needs to have a smidge of orange in it, just a smidge to desaturate it. Nope. Put a brown. There we go. There we go. A little bit more blue. Tweaking the color back and forth is the hardest part. There we go. I've almost got it. That's pretty dang close. No, still a little bit too. There we go. All right, I'm gonna try this for my highlight. You're doing a lot better job scrubbing on paint than you would. Well, yeah, that is the experience kind of showing. All right, so before I start edge highlighting, I really need to go back and blend stuff out a little bit better. See, I'm really bad at blending edge highlights. All right, so let's see. Let's gonna mix. These paints have a nice open time. So even though, okay, so that's good. I'm just going to go ahead and do a little edge highlighting with this. Start to see how it looks. Make some little mix of both here. I'm going back and forth quite fast so that I can keep it blended while I'm mixing it on the model here. It's not so bad. Now it's looking a little green, but I'm gonna go back in, add some more black so it'll tone down. That blend is good. See how this is kind of scratched on here? And go in. See if I can blend them two together. Much better. Now with my little wet blend here. And that's a good blend. Much better. Need a little bit more highlight in the top, but now it's even blending well as well because paint is wet. All right, let me look at that. He says it's, oh, that's why you have about 20 shades of green. Exactly. Seems that rank timing is running fast. Yesterday you still had 20 hours till you met, now it's down to 8. That is weird. Huh. I don't know what to do about that. Again, that's a technical question I gotta ask Mike about. I guess not bad for you though, right? I guess I'm not gonna change it. Funny though. Okay. Now I gotta go back in here. Blend out my highlights a little bit. A bit more black. Okay, that looks good. Blend. It does look black. It's just a very green black. Yeah, it's just totally different paint. That's the main thing. Okay, up here, this needs to be a little bit more in the green tones. All right, now we go with this blue color that I'm going to attempt to draw in from my edge. This edge is what I'm hoping is going to pop out that black and make it look really contrasted. Is it working? Better. Do a little bit of a edge around there. Ah, messed that up. do this leg right here. You got this scratch. That looks nice. That's kind of good. I don't know. I'm very self-conscious of my edge highlighting. Does that look okay? Do this blend down here a little better. And a little black. A little bit more green. Wet blend it in. A little bit more green. Awesome. Do a tiny bit of this blue as like a little highlight there. Sort of my like Dean highlight a little bit. Make that look black. Whew, not sure. It's not bright now. Yeah, I don't know. Not too bright. Maybe if we... All right, thanks so much, Lady B. Have a good day. And let's see. You're right, I think it is. Let's go back with this and go back over it a little bit. I feel like maybe I don't need to go that high. But the high contrast does seem to... Actually, that... I think that's it. I think we don't need it everywhere. We'll just do it on like... Yeah, that's better. Do it in some spots, but not everywhere. That's better. That looks pretty nice. Use this dark green instead. Let's do this whole leg, and that way we can have a good judge of whether or not we got the right look. Because it's possible. Blend that a little bit better there. Possible that it'll look better once we get the metal on there. Let's see what color metal is. Okay, so we're going to start with the Balthazar gold. Mix a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Balthazar gold is sort of a brown. There we go. That looks amazing next to that green, doesn't it? Yes, yes. Yeah, I think that's the good direction. And then once he gets his, like, all his ponytails and all that stuff painted. That brownish gold looks so good next to that green, and then we're not even done highlighting and doing all kinds of stuff to it. What do you guys think? Oh, starting to look a little like Alpha Legion. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's not good, is it? We need to do, what can I do? Let me see. Okay, we're going to switch to a scale 75 color. We're going to go with this deep blue. see if that maybe will bring it back to black. Gotta take off the chunk of paint. I don't know. I don't even know what Alpha Legion is. I just don't think that Abbadon's part of it, right? There we go. Yeah, that's a dark green. This is kind of like deep sea blue from Vallejo. All right, let me try this. It's got a little bit more blue in it, and I think it might help me blend that out. A little bit more black now, right? Do more black. That's better. Not as green. Okay, let me look at your chat because they have a bluish green armor. Okay, maybe it's too bright because of the lamp. Let's see. Let's see what he looks like when he's on the base. Does he look like green? Yeah, he looks like green, doesn't he? Too much green. Hi, Fertino. How are you? There we go. All right, we're getting there. I feel like it needs a little bit of, hold on. A little bit of gray. Just a little bit. A little bit of grayish brown. Let me try that. Let's try a little bit of dark umber. I'm doing good. Oh, they have bluish armor. Okay. Do I stretch on? I do stretch. I need to stretch. In fact, we need to stretch more. It's 2:30. We started at 2. We're going till 5. So let's take a stretch break now. We'll take another one at 4:30. How's that? Okay. Stretch. Oh my goodness. That feels so good. Thank you for reminding me that, Steve. Everybody else stretch too if you have been sitting here for a while. Move those hips. Okay, and I've got my drink. Try to stay hydrated. All right, that feels good. All right, let's take a minute. I think I need to paint more of this metal on here and then kind of get an idea of how this black is supposed to look. Because here's the thing about color. It looks green to us now. But when we get all the little extra details in there, it might not look like green. It doesn't look like green to me. It looks like it looks like it's getting there. It's not there yet, but I think I need a little bit of brown mixed with this green and see what happens here. A little bit of black. Okay, so a little bit more more brown. Right, I'm going to attempt to blend a little highlight right here because it seems like it does have a little gray right there. Oh, that looks nice. That actually looks really good. So I added like a muddy kind of brownish gray. I don't know if it's doing what I want it to do. Let me put my glasses back on. Not quite. There, that looks good. Much better, I think. I think having a gray highlight. Oh, I'm not even on cam. Hold on a second. Sorry, thank you so much. There we go. Better, isn't it? Let's cover up this. That's why it's throwing everything off. Starting to look black. Let's do his face because I feel like that is going to make or break everything. So I was going to go off of some artwork that I found of old Abbadon here, like this. So it's got some purples and some reds. Do a little bit of this orange in here. Just a little bit. Ooh. That got muddy quick. Kind of underpainting some of the highlight there with the yellow. Now I need a bright fluorescent pink. Probably going to use Vallejo fluorescent for that because I still don't have my L75 fluorescence yet. All right, Vallejo fluorescent. Ooh, that's bright. Bright. Okay, so take a look at that. This will change the green immediately a bit. Mix a little bit of white. All of my white got mixed up into blue. There we go. Okay, now I'm ready to paint some of this hot pink. Beautiful. Do straight up fluorescent back here. Trying to push it in the crevices there. I'm gonna do a little bit on his head, just a little bit. All right, now the white. There we go. Now remember, this is sort of OSL, so I'm going to cover some of the stuff and shine on the metal. Let me look at this again. Okay. That's looking cool though. Look at how that changed the green immediately. It does not look like green at all anymore. Isn't that weird? Color is always relative to what's around it, so that's why I'm glad we stopped. Try to paint that in there a little bit. Completely changed it. Okay, now we gotta paint his face. So we're gonna start with, we gotta start with a, I need to be careful because I don't want to overpaint him because he's got such a little baby detailed face. I'm gonna start with this kind of pallid green to start. It's actually gonna read as white because of the pink around it. See, that's actually a pallid green, but it doesn't look like green, does it? Let's add a little bit more green. Actually, it does look a little bit green, but oh, he has a pale face, yeah, definitely. He has kind of a dead face, so now we need a little bit, let me look at this face. So it started with Ricard Flesh, then Reikland Flesh Shade. We'll try that. Try some Reikland Flesh Shade, here we go. Ooh, that bottle didn't get put on right. Oh my goodness. A little bit of that. Hello, Katie Polt, how are you? Painting Abbadon the Despoiler. And that adds that kind of, he stays pale, but he kind of gets a little bit more lifelike with that flesh shade over the top. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I'm doing good, Abbadon the Naughty. What did he do? What did he do that was naughty? So funny. All right, so then the pallid flesh shade. So then we can add a little bit of brown to that. And a little bit of yellow, I think, a little tiny bit of orange. There we go. We'll go with this warm bright gray. Got a little bit of green in it. And we're gonna put a little bit of, tiny bit of this ochre in it. A smidge of it. Make it more tan. Okay. You don't follow, I don't follow it. You know, he's got a demon, he does. Yeah, he has a demon. That's so funny. All right, pallid witch flesh. Get your green in it. There we go. There. Okay, I got the color I need. He only tried to kill all of mankind a few times. Yeah, that's naughty. Right, I'm trying to get some of the highlights without killing my shadows. See that face I just made? I had to like refocus my eyes. So grumpy. Let me look at the box art here. Okay, he's way different like looking. We need to let things dry and then maybe put some Agrax Earth shade in there. They kind of lie on the box, I have to say. They don't really tell the whole truth about what they're painting with. That's much better. Right, that has to dry. Let's add a little smidge of the pink on his head up here, so it's got a highlighted. Little OSL on his face, just a smidge. I like that. I gotta figure out his eyes because the guy, he's got very detailed eyes. In the whole eye socket with a dark color like black or dark brown. There we go. Ooh. Very hard to get both eyes because one eye is kind of like back in the recesses. Not working at all. There. Gonna paint the inside of his mouth a little black. And then, oh, that messed up. We can fix that. There we go. Good. Now when it dries, I can go in and hopefully pull out the details. He's getting so grumpy. So grumpy. I literally am liking the monument paints. They've been really fun to mix with. Apparently, from what I've been told though, is that they actually work a little better without being on a wet palette. So I might have to get some parchment paper to mix on instead. Normal human faces scared the bejesus out of me. I've only painted half of one. The other half was half dragon. Oh yeah, that does make it easier because then you're not trying to match them, right? Need a good brush. Just gonna pick out all the little highlights of his face so that they stand out a lot better. And then we can put like a little wash or something over it. Oh, he looks cool now. Do a little bit of that pink. The side of his face so that almost like we can hide some of the mistakes we've made with the pink. Oh, I love it. All right, now the eyeball. The eyeball is going to be, what color are his eyes? I don't even know. Looks like they've got makeup on him, like underneath his eyes. I'm going to try to do it. Yeah, that looks cool, actually. Ooh, I like it. Now for the whites. A little bit. This is where I have to flip it so I can try to get the other eye, and it's going to be really tricky. All right, that's good enough. Ugh, we're going to have to clean up a lot. Okay. Better. So I'm sorry, I've got to really concentrate or I'm not going to be able to get this eyeball painted well. I think I'll just leave them black and white. I think it looks pretty cool like that, actually. All right, let's paint his teeth. Oh, that didn't work either. There, that's better. So more artistic rendering, okay? That's how I see it. Hey, Cajun Maid, you found the cute little geckos. Can you see it? Go. Eyes black like his soul. He is an emo goth. Look at this guy. That is an emo goth, right? Oh, we could put those little cool like cracks on his head too, huh? I like that. Okay, so use some of this Balthazar gold kind of colored stuff. There we go. There we go. All right, now let me look at the artwork here. Oh, just that front bit. There we go. That's not quite the right color because I realized it needs to be more gold looking. There we go. I think this is better. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, I'm going to attempt to fill in some of this gold. I can add some of this pink into this gold over here. There we go. So it actually looks like it's metallic reflection. I like that. That looks good. You like that, Gecko? We got Peppercorn. Yes. Actually, I think Peppercorn is the one going yay. He's just another angry guy. Because the soup was too salty. Exactly. He's a little more hardcore than emo. Yeah, I'd say he's more industrial. Like, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to paint these pipes. Black with a little bit of this ink on top. Some of the little shadows in there. Go back and fix. Okay. I got pink on its armor back here, dang it. Fix, 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 fix. There must have been a little bit of pink into my paint right there. Happy with that. Do a little bit more white. Just a skosh, right? Cover up. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Aw, thank you so much. Welcome. Scattered Saint following now. Thank you so much for the follow. All right, time for bed. Thank you so much, Los Torpedoes. I'm back again. One more reason to make your own soup. Exactly. Make the soup. Right. This belt is going to have some reds. We'll start out with this dark reddish brown in here. Ooh. I might have to go clean that up. This is the burnt red that I'm using. It's basically like, what's the color I'm using it to substitute? Mephiston red, right? Yeah. Or maybe a little corn red. I'm not sure. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm going to check chat. As soon as I get this belt buckle base coated here. That's the main part of it. A little bit of red and that. Go. A little bit of orange. That's going to be cool looking. Now that green is really going away. It's looking more black now. Random question. Would you say minis can be art? I think so. I definitely think so. I mean, I think of myself as an artist, so, you know, there is some aspect of craftsmanship to minis, but I think there are people who certainly take it to the art level. You know, right now what I'm doing is I think I would consider it craftsmanship. But like when I was doing, you know, my funeral witch and some of my other pieces, that might be a little bit closer to the art side of it because I'm really putting a lot more of myself into the mini. Like I said, this is more craft. Okay, now do an outline of this blue here. Gonna make it pop. This is the deeper blue. It adds almost like, when it mixes with the red, it almost adds like a purpley, you know, turquoise shadow. That looks pretty awesome. Okay. Now, holy cow. You can paint each one with a little bit of this blue first. Oh, I'm way off cam, huh? There we go, that's better. That's kind of covered up. We're gonna need to go back and fix some of the reds. Because that orange is underneath it, it makes that red brighter. When we put the gold on top, it's gonna look awesome. Okay, let's try that now. The gold is, let's try the Balthazar gold and see how that covers. I'm being really careful. Try to leave a little black outline around the edges of these little arrows. So it almost is like it's, what do you call it? It's outlined? It's outlined. That looks pretty good. Okay, let me check chat. Hi, Tusk, how you doing? All right, now the edges of the go. That looks good. Looking good, guys. Okay, let's do the arrows. This is happy. I'm happy about this. Changing that. He's different. He's not like the box art. I can tell that already. So I don't know if that's gonna be good or bad. We'll see. Right now he's looking kind of dirty and gray. So I'm happy about this gold though. We'll make it more yellow gold in a minute. We just have to put this color down first. Okay, bear with me. I'll check chat in a minute. All right, there we go. How do I attach them to the wood? I just super glued it a little bit. Just a little super glue and a little bit of, what do you call it? This Insta set. Make it set fast. This is something Julio Cabos taught me to do this. Makes airbrushing things and painting things a lot easier. You're back. You were way longer than you thought. Cabal, thank you so much for the subscription. It means so much to me. I really do appreciate that. The Mad Lute. I think that's it. Lute. Is that how I say it? Yeah, I just break them off. They're super easy. They come right off. Thank you for the follow, Mad Lute. The Mad Lute. Right, so we got that boot done. Let's finish that whole boot so that I can see if it looks how I want it to look. Okay, so the next color. Getting late, your bed is calling? No problem. We're gonna go for another hour. So some of the Americans might catch us, but I'm glad you guys could take a look. Some of the Australians hopefully are waking up. All right, so let's see. I need to finish this like one leg over here, little part on the shoe. There we go. Get the top half of that too. Okay, that looks good. Get this side. I think that whole side should be gold, maybe. All right, that does look good. Okay. Now, let's look at the guide again. For the gold, we've got, okay, so Reikland's West Shade, which I've got over here. And, oh yeah, that will add some warmth to that metal. It's like aged now. It looks really, really good, that color. Good, good, good. Oh, I love it. That's pretty. Let's do some more. Nice bit up here. Well, even though he's not exactly box art colors, he's pretty. I think my client will be happy. All right, so that all has to dry. It looked like it toned things down a lot. Now, after Reichland Flesh Shade, Gehenna's Gold. So we've got an actual gold that we can do on the highlights. That's pretty. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Wow. Awesome. A little bit on this bit. Get the points on the spikes. That's a highlight. Sometimes, here's the thing, even if you don't get the colors exactly the right, as long as you're painting it really clean and really doing good things with the lighting, it's gonna work out. Go. Bam. Bam. Okay, let me check chat. Yeah, glasses are off. Hi, Jacob John. Is it Jakob Johnson or is it Jacob Jansen? Tell me where your dialect is supposed to call it. It was nice. Oh yes, I had a good trip back from. Yeah, he does look neat, doesn't he? He's looking like very. He's looking like this guy right here. He's like. Rawr. Certainly grumpy. Oh, like Jacob. Okay. With a J. Good. I want to make sure I pronounce people's names right. Unless you're a flick and calls you Jakob. Only if you're from like a Scandinavian or Germanic country, I will call you Jakob. But if you're from, somewhere that, pronounces their J's like Americans, then I'll do that. Oh, USA. Okay, J. Definitely J if you're from America. All right, so let's see. Oh, okay, so we've got on the box art, these tubes are black, but I'm gonna make them gold. Take off glasses. A little bit more gold here. This is how the artwork has it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so more. I'm going to mix up a lot of this color right here. some of the tubes are black and some of them have some gold inside. This is a time-consuming, detailed model that you shouldn't expect to be done right away, for sure. Add a little pink to that gold right there. A little white. Better. Now I'm going to add just a smidge of pink to the top of this metal guy's head. So it goes in there well. That's good. More gold. Oh, this is dry. We can do the next spot on this then. All right, give me 1 second. I will check chat again. And figure out what's the next color is. We did the gold. Now the silver. I have no silver. Oh wait, we can use this. We can use this gold. So this is going to be our little bit of a highlight. Ooh. So see how that's starting to pop? This gold actually has kind of a edge, like almost like a white edge highlight on that. That was gonna pop. Dang. All right, now imagine this leg on the whole guy. I like that. That looks good. I really love metallic metals. They're my favorite, I think. Okay. Pop, pop, pop. Okay, now I can chit chat again. Good. Last of the V8s. This piece is this piece a normal size one, or is he bigger than normal? I think he's a little bigger. He's about Primaris size. Primaris size. You need a hobby, so you know nothing about this. I don't know a lot about this company either, because I don't tend to normally paint it. All right. So we're just kind of copying the box art, feeling our way, adding our own little interpretations as we go. And so far it's working. Working pretty well. Really like these, he's starting to coalesce, right? Oy. Let's see how he looks with this cloak. The cloak is pretty drab, but then it's got that red on the front. He's gonna look good. Yeah. And then he's got this ponytail. He's got this on the back of his head. Do we use the Agrex? Do we use the Agrex? That looks awesome. Really gives you a feel for how he's going to look. Where's the ponytail? He's got this ponytail that goes in the top of his head. I think I might, since we just finished his face, we can probably finish this ponytail and then attach it. If you don't remember, I was the one that said, I don't like your stream, but obviously I was joking. You love the stream. I'm glad. I knew you were joking. I was kind of like poking back. He's the same size as Gulliman. Yeah. Yeah, he's about the same size as Gulliman. Okay, so now, let me look at this. Ponytail's the same blacks as the rest of the green and blacks. Let's see. All right, so we can paint. Very carefully. Let me double check on this. Yeah, he's got a little gold band around the top of and the bottom. Maybe just the top. Oh, so detailed. A little gold on the bike. Nice little cat hair right there. Ah, come on. Okay, that looks good. And then a little bit lighter green. Some of the edges here. Okay, I gotta get that cat hair off somehow. Did you guys see the sword that I painted for him? I am not done with the back. Before and after. So I don't really think I did a very good job on it compared to the box art. Well, it's pretty close. Close enough, right? Stop picking at myself. There we go. All right, let's look at this. I need to get that cat hair off. See if I can brush it. There we go. Good. All right, so he's got a hole in the top of his head, and I can just snap this off, hopefully. I can dry fit and hope it goes into the top of his head. Oh my goodness, come on. Nope. Ah. Oh, I need an X-Acto knife now. Make the hole a little bit bigger. Okay, now let's try it. I think it needs to be cut down a little bit more. There we go. Okay, let's try that. Much better. It's not, oh man, it's not quite fitting. Oh my gosh, look how cool he looks though. Let's cut this a little bit again. Now it's skinny, so hopefully, wait, no, it definitely goes in front. All right, I'm not ready to quite glue it in. I'm gonna cut this down just a smidge more, and then I will get a little drop of, not the super glue, but the Model Masters glue. This will stick a lot better. Come on. Oh my goodness. Try to put a little bit of that one's too big. Now I had a pin to put down in this somewhere. There it is. Good. There we go. There, now it'll fit. Ooh. There we go. Oh no, see all that pink I got up in there? Now that will fit. Roar! Got a ponytail. Gotta fix all that. The green I've got. Cover that all up. We'll just let that dry and then we'll go back into it. What do you guys think so far? Let's put this on. Tell me what you think. Is he looking like Abbadon? So far so good anyway. Very happy with that boot. I want the whole thing to look like that boot. Little highlight. Okay, are you guys having a good weekend so far? Nice long Shoshie stream out of this. Okay. A little bit of brown on the skull. That looks good. Does he have any other skulls? I don't think he does. I think that's it. And let's do the rest of this black. And then we can put the silver over the top of it. Oh no! Okay. Now, is it silver? It is silver. Okay, we gotta get the silver out. I think I've got, yeah, I don't have enough on my palette. White gold. More gray. Now I gotta put glasses on to find my paint. Here we go, silver. We'll add a little bit of black to it so it'll be more of a steel. Got plenty of black on my palette already. Here we go. You know, you could mix your own metallics. It's that easy. So this is the dark color I just mixed with my black and my silver. And this is the silver before I mix the black. You see the difference? There's a lot. Let me add a little blue to this too. Yeah. Add a little bit more black, in fact. There we go. All right, carefully, we're gonna pick out the little chain. over brushing it so that we can respect the shadows. And then I'm gonna look for other, oh no, his hair, his head. His ponytail was coming down. There we go. Just pressed it into his head, so hopefully it'll melt and cure. That scared me. Okay, it doesn't have any other chains, but he does have these awesome claws. We can paint those metallic. Yeah. There we go. Those are good. Those are looking really good. Rawr. We're gonna put some Nuln oil down in the crevices of that. Nuln oil. All right, claws complete. That looks awesome. Okay, and then for the chain, now we can highlight this with a little bit of the regular silver just on the front chain. And a little bit on the sides of this top part right there. Boom. Like it. All right, that looks good. Now, you know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna paint the whole front of him, and then we're not gonna get the back done. I always like to do the back of stuff. Let's do the back now. That way at least somebody can watch me paint the back. Oh, okay, good. We need that Balthazar gold again. Basically, I just mixed some brown, some gold. Actually, some brown and some gold is probably plenty. There we go. And this whole, why in the heck? There we go. It looks like it has like maybe some sprue marks on it or something. Like maybe it was 3D printed initially. It looks like he might have been. All right, and then the other stuff back here is all gold. Looking good. That does look good. Top of that. Top of the armor. There we go. Whew. I gotta say, I think streaming 3 hours is a lot harder on me. I might not be able to do it. This is mainly a test to see if I can keep doing it. Is that gonna be gold? Make sure. Yep, that's gonna be gold. There. A lot of this is going to be covered by his cape. You're not even going to see it. But I should do it anyway, just so people who don't want to have the cape can see how it's painted. Maybe I won't be as meticulous. Gold and brown. Needs more brown, I think. Here we go. Cool. All right. If you guys have questions, please feel free to ask me anything. I love talking shop about minis. So it can be about other paints, it can be about other models. All right, let me take a peek. Where's the switch? The switch, oh, it's right here. I'm gonna put that on in a little bit. I got it. All of the little bits are painted. The only thing we had left to paint was this base, which we started on, and Abbadon himself. And we just had to put things together. Yep. And now we got his ponytail on, so that's all good. He's starting to look really neat. All right. It is 4:36. Do you guys want me to keep on going? Because if not, I'm going to go ahead and host Rainer. He is on now. And then I can take a little break and finish some of this on my own in the back, because I know, like, watching me paint the back of a mini is boring. So just tell me, and you want me to keep going. 2.5 hours is still pretty good. What brushes? This one is a Broken Toad of Miniatures MK2 series. And I don't know, I feel like I heard they're not making brushes anymore. But I could be wrong. So somebody can check that for me. Yeah, I also I was using Winsor Newton as well. This particular one is a Broken Toad brush. I'm just going to use it until it's dead, because it's a really good brush. And I really actually like Broken Toad quite a bit. If they had, like I said, I don't know for certain, but I heard a rumor that they're no longer producing brushes. That looks awesome right there. Gosh, that looks good. They're not making brushes anymore, sadly. I was looking forward to picking some up when I found out. Oh, man. Did they say why? Do you happen to know why? Was it... I mean, I don't know. Brushes maybe are hard to make. I don't know. I think that's correct. Yeah. They had problems with quality of Kolinsky hair. Yeah, I hear that. It's really, I think brushes, they really are an art form. And to get good ones for the kind of work we do, it's very difficult. I mean, even Winsor Newton has had some problems, quality control problems, right? Winsor Newton can't exactly just quit making brushes because that's sort of their whole deal. He's looking pretty cool. Maybe not so much black, but very cool looking anyway. Whew. I hope that I have enough energy to paint this some more on Monday. I'm going to be trying to do 3 hours again. We'll see. Now I'm using the side of my brush. That really helps me cover a lot of area with just a quick, few strokes. Part right here. Good. Good job, Abbadon. Lots of base coated done. All right, last bits. Put right here. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, guys, that's probably good stopping point for me. We're gonna host over to Rainer, my triptych buddy. He is awesome. Let's see if he's on. Yeah, he is. Good. Awesome. We're gonna give him some love, mad love. Let me go ahead and give you the emotes. If you've got my emotes, you can go ahead and just use those. If you don't, you can use these. And we can go ahead and give him a nice little welcome raid. He'll really enjoy it. Ooh, ah! All right, guys, let's see here. All right, mad love. Thank you guys so much for showing up to my sneaky stream. It means so much to me. And, all right, you guys have a good rest of your day, okay? See if I can. All right, raid. I think that worked. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.